Hi, my name is Ludas Butkus, and in this episode of Water Hodl, I want to do a review of Arcona, what it is and what they want to create. It is an augmented reality company. Think of Pokemon Go, something like that. And what they want to create is an augmented reality world. So basically, every single land on Earth is going to be transferred in the Arcona augmented reality world. So that's the basic idea and how it will all work. So there will be land spots that are going to be for sale on the Arcona network, and that's going to be like the main asset on the network that you will be able to buy with the Arcona tokens. As more people are using this network, the more valuable the lands will become. There are different uses for the lands. You can do advertising on these lands, you can do games, you can do uh, tours of. There have some examples where they have recreated things of the past, and with these augmented reality world, you can see how everything was in the past. So the 3D models of the past. Also, it can be used in construction. For example, you have a spot of land where you are building a new building, and within the augmented reality world, you can transfer the 3D model and you can instantly see how the finished project might look like. So they have listed out several use cases in their white paper. I already have it opened up. So for advertising, you can do billboards in the augmented reality world. You can do different kinds of development, constructions, market. A lot of it's going to be focused in entertainment and game development, promotions, theme parks, for museums, art galleries and stuff like that. Also for traveling, tourist administrations, navigation, also for education purposes. So yeah, there is going to be a full-blown virtual augmented reality world that you will be able to access through your smartphones, tablets, etc. So it's a really big project. It is scientifically feasible to create this. Every single land will have like its own server, and obviously lands with more, for example, lands of big cities will have more traffic in them, and you will be able to buy out more server power for your specific land. So it's an interesting concept. The closest of augmented reality examples would be something like Pokemon Go that everyone knows, but to me this is like the next level stuff. With Pokemon Go, it was just you go and see some monsters all around, you pick them up, and that's just for gaming. But here you can have multiple different use cases that I already talked about. So yeah, so right now there's a pre-ICO happening. They already have received in investments 2,893 Ether, which is just enough for their soft cap. Their hard cap is 135,000 Ether, and we'll see how that goes. It's kind of a high hard cap, in my opinion. Yeah, so how it all works. So you will be able to buy land once it starts. So people that participate in the ICO and have tokens will have the right to participate in the first auctions for the digital land in the biggest cities. So you will be able to buy the land and either to rent it or to place some stuff on there or to do advertising and stuff like that. or you will be able to lend it and someone else will be able to build stuff there and create different games and different attractions. The token is going to be Ethereum token, and it's going basically to be used for registering who owns what, also for voting in the system, and for making transactions, for buying those digital lands. The system looks basically like this. So you have the positioning of all the lands. It is all based on real coordinates, and every single land is going to be sold. And there's also servers that they will be running, and then there is landscape simulations happening. The marketplace, there is the landowner who can either lend it to other content makers, or he can build that by himself. And if he lends it, he's getting those tokens for lending the land. You can create on the land remotely, which is quite unique because right now their first projects that they created, which you can see over here in these videos, they recreated some very neat stuff, some neat museums, castles and stuff like that. To do that, they needed to travel to these places and make sure that the models closely match the objects in that place. Now, this is going to be solved by their app. So when users use the Arcona app, they basically will be scanning the landscape and giving out the data to the company, so that developers will be much easier for them to place the objects that they create, and for that they also will be earning tokens. What's interesting is that this company has received funding from Microsoft, Intel, Google through their different fundraising fundraisers. So also most companies right now, like Google, Apple, are all heavily investing in augmented reality. In the white paper, they had some graphs on how big they think it can be. So in 2016, it was a 3 billion market for augmented reality and for virtual realities, different kind of applications. As you can see, they are predicting very major growth in from 2016 to 2012, 20, up to $150 billion. So yeah, there also were some different acquisitions in this market, different investments that they are talking about, and the whole market is actually really big, and companies are heavily investing into this sphere of augmented reality. There are also different ICOs that are kind of competitors to Arcona, though Arcona is much broader. And there was a list of ICOs that mostly do augmented reality games. And in Arcona, it's more like a broader platform for even those games to be integrated in the platform, for tourism, advertising, construction, etc., etc. So there's much more usability and much more use cases that could be implemented. So the roadmap right now, there will be the ICO, and just by participating in the ICO, you will have a chance to win some land on the Arcona network. And later on, most of the lands will be sold out in auctions. So within 2018, there will be some major development happening, and they want to be fully ready and start to attract massive users in 2019 with all their development. The team is experienced, though I would not say it's like some sort of a superstar team like with other ICOs where a single advisor can do a massive influence on the whole ICO, but overall the team seems very experienced. And they have a bunch of advisors, and the partners is Wings, Banker, two of the blockchain companies that you should be familiar with. So yeah, this is a very exciting project, and it's probably going to be quite big in 2019 once it launches. At first it didn't really seem that exciting, but when you start looking into it, what companies were investing in this, and overall the big picture of this idea, it really starts to amaze me. So yeah, I think I covered most of the stuff. One thing that I forgot to mention is that it is backed by a real company, and that is running since 2015, which is Pilgrim 21. They have had revenues of 700,000 US dollars, so they are generating revenue already. They are not a company that's out of the blue, as you might already guess, because they have investments from such big companies. And yeah, I think I covered most of the stuff. I definitely encourage you to watch their previous work on different types of parks and museums that they created. You can see them in these videos. Definitely some interesting work, which is geared towards tourism, but as I mentioned, this is not just about tourism, it's much broader. So yeah, the main roadblocks, something that to me seems quite weird or might be a roadblock, is that what if someone buys a very popular land on some very populated area and he just forgets about it, like with bitcoins or stuff like that, where they got mined and no one is using it. So something similar might happen here as well. Maybe someone invests, maybe he wins some land, and what if he does not do anything with that? So I think that might be a little bit of a problem. I do hope they will be able to solve that. And yeah, I think I covered most of the stuff. 60% of the tokens are going to be for sale. Their hard cap is 135 or 25 million, something like that. Price per token is around $2.50 if the Ethereum price is around $1,000. So yeah, I'm thinking if I have not missed anything here. I think I covered most of the stuff. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. So this is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.